Sanity, lay your spark upon me, all of me. Say you will forever come to me. Sanity.
In this week's episode of Sanity at Sea, we continue with day 2 of the Seawind factory handover of our new boat. But we decided to change the schedule a bit due to some favorable weather and take the boat out for our very first sail. Before we could get off the dock, we had to put up the Screecher, a large foresail that we use in somewhat lighter winds.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because that one spins, but it's nice to start off pretty square. If you start off with a bunch of twists in, it's not great.
You start it off just like that.
Okay, so it's a double purchase, so you can actually pull quite a lot by hand.
Okay.
But this is going to burn off the rest of that breakfast you had.
Okay.
And this is one of the reasons why people like to leave the Screecher up.
Windows are okay up?
Yeah, for this one, yes. Sheila, you do have a job, right?
Unfortunately, at this point, Sheila had to put the camera down and help me guide the sail up to the top of the mast. And then it was time to perform a quick radio check before leaving the marina.
This is sailing vessel Sanity. Requesting a radio check, please.
Day, our handover at sales. So we'll be putting up sales shortly. Right now we're just going over the motor stuff and B&G.
So to do it,
we'll see how.
backlighting, because we always end
So
up
far so good. It
using
looks great.
the night mode except
A starboard tack. Right now we're on a port tack.
Okay.
Yep. Because we must be sailing almost directly into the wind, which, yeah, the wind's up there.
Wind's over there.
So it'll be red when you're on a port tack, starboard on a starboard tack. The yellow line is a trend.
Okay.
So it smooths out all the wind variation there. Yep.
Seawind equips their boats with B&G navigational equipment.
Why I like this?
It's a very robust and comprehensive system, but quite a bit more complex than what I was used to from our last boat.
Deciding when to read. Yeah.
Due to the Seawind's protected helm positions, I felt a little more disconnected from the wind than I did on our previous monohull.
Oh, it's been 22, not 20.
So learning the layout on the B&G navigational system and being able to quickly access the information became even more important.
About reefing. But if it started off at 10 knots and over the course of the hour it's built another 6 knots.
It's a good thing that the B&G interface is fairly intuitive. I was able to pick it up pretty quickly.
So it's invaluable. This is the most valuable bit of information when you're sailing long distance.
Okay.
Phil continued going over the chart plotter systems for the next several minutes, but soon it was time to put up the sails and see how the boat would do under sail. Because we had 17 to 20 knots of wind, we went ahead and laid out all the reefing lines just to make sure there were no tangles as we were getting ready to put up the mainsail.
Very, very important.
Yes.
Because if we do anything with the mainsail, putting it up or down or reefing or anything like that, we need to know where the topping lift is. If it's all loose, the boom is going to come crashing down on your very expensive solar panels. So if you forget, put a big sign up there that says topping lift.
Yeah.
Right? It's very easy to forget. If you're sailing along and the winds come up and it's, you're in a hassle to get reef 1 or reef 2 in, and you just forget the topping lift. So you've got to say to yourself, I'm reefing, what's the topping lift for? It also helps as we go up to have the boom in about the right spot. So I often adjust the topping lift in the main sheet. So I've got a good angle on the boom before I start doing anything with the main. could do that now because right now the boom is aesthetically pleasing, but it's in the wrong spot. It's a
Okay.
little bit too low, but we'll sort it out on the way up. Watch. Like that. But once I go, can you just pull that for me? Just to take up the slack.
Okay.
And it's a very long halyard. It's
Yeah.
a double purchase halyard. So what I tend to do, if there's two of you, whoever's up there, the other person can be here. As if you don't have anything to do, as the main's going up, you just flake it here, just like that. Just naturally let it do its thing. It should be a figure eight, yeah. And don't worry about it if it's not. But if you just put it like that, it's a big job to roll it up. It's something you don't really want to invest time in if you haven't got the time to do it properly. So most of the time, if you can just put it there the way it came, most of the time it'll go up again freely, even if it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. Yeah? But it's relatively easy just to keep up and break it.
Right.
Otherwise, when you do it, it's probably what's going to happen now. It'll all bundle up here, and that's fine too. Just grab it in a bundle and put it there, because you may not have time to sort it all out. So what's our wind speed?
Okay. Apparent wind speed is 17.9 now. 18.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to leave reef 1 in.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, so we're just going to put the main up. Hopefully, reef, from what I can see, we've got reef 1 in.
Okay.
Um,
Is there something that will hold us into the wind, or is it?
Yep,
Okay.
Yep, we're about to do that.
Okay.
So right now, you can manually steer. I'll just go into standby and manually
Should I
steer.
slow down a little?
You might need that speed. No, you need to go to standby or autopilot.
Stand by.
Then let's just manually steer. When you get to about 10 degrees apparent, so we're just looking at the apparent wind angle there. We want to get that up. And you can just look at the waves because we're going to be bashing into the waves. Up between the lazy jacks, right? Great. So number one's going to be number one is going to be better. The faster speed is better.
Sure.
The sails we decided to put on the boat are made by Doyle sails out of a material from Dimension Polyant called GPL Lightskin. It's a laminate covered with a taffeta that's supposed to make them a little bit more durable and long-lasting. One of the things I really like about these GPL Lightskin sails is that they hold their shape so well all the time. Now we had to learn how to shut down the engine properly and feather the gory folding props.
Cooling temperature, it's 77 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't really matter, just think of it as a number.
Okay.
Okay, because all you need to know is the number. You don't care whether it means degrees Fahrenheit.
No,
Kelvin.
yeah.
So the hottest they'll get is 80,
Okay.
and that's when you're really pushing. And the coolest they'll get when they're running is 76.
Okay.
So you should cool them
76 to 80.
down. Yeah, you should cool them down before you shut them down,
Okay.
because as soon as you shut them down, there's no coolant, there's no water flow,
Got it.
and they'll just kind of heat up in the room down there.
Ah, yeah.
So we'll put them in neutral, let them cool
Yeah,
down.
exactly. So this one's down to 76 already.
Quickly.
Yep. Well, we were only idling anyway, so that's fine. We'll shut that down now. To shut down, we just hit the stop button. And we can see the RPM stops. You can't hear it. Now before we turn the power off, we go into reverse gear. And you hear the little clunk, and what that does, put it in gear, and now the propeller is feathered.
Okay.
Now we're sailing, engines are feathered, and everything's good. We're sailing at around 35 to 40 degrees of current, which is pretty nice for a catamaran.
Wow.
And we're on reef 1.
Wow.
It was truly amazing how comfortable this boat felt in 18 knots of wind and choppy seas, sailing close hauled at 35 to 40 degrees of apparent wind, with just one reef in the main and the jib. After a bit of sailing, we decided to take a break for lunch at one of the little inlets in the local islands. It took just a little bit of practice for me to get used to using this new bridle. But soon it was anchors up and we were back on our way sailing toward the marina. On the way back to the marina, we headed downwind a bit and deployed the large screecher sail. Overall, we had a really great day sailing and we were very impressed with the performance of our new boat. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to join us for the next episode as we wrap up the factory handover. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop us a comment below and let us know anything you'd like to about this video or what you'd like to see in future videos for this upcoming season. We would love to hear from you. God bless.